1 minute. I needed that. All right, all right, all right, all right. Shalom, shalom, and shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this Deborah platform with another message. And I will say this is a lovely, lovely Sunday evening in which the Most High Yah has made. And I, Sister Deborah, shall and I will rest therein. Okay, okay. Um, the title It Is Finished. In the shower this morning, the Most High spoke a quiet word to me, a real quiet one. And he was saying that when you use, oh, where's my book? Oh, right here, the Bible. And you see that there are scriptures, verses. You can little here, little there, precept here, precept there, and line here and line there. He says it's finished. He said nothing you can put before the people that will cause their eyes to see, nor their ears to hear. Did Sister Deborah know that somewhat? But it sure feel good to hear from the spirit within. It ain't nothing like hearing the Ruach speak to you from within. Because he will make you, he give you this type of comfort that, see, you knew it, didn't you? You knew it, but let me comfort you in it. It's this. So while I was in the shower, he was saying, it doesn't matter if you come, Deborah, from precept to precept, line to line, little here and a little there, chapter to verse to chapter. If it's not in them, they're not going to hear, nor can they see what is being said. They can look at the verses in the Bible by eyesight, follow them as you go over them, as you quote them, as you speak it, scriptures, chapters, scriptures, verses, precepting and lining and little here and a little there. He said, when it's all said and done, it's finished. It's finished. He said it was enough when he said, they say they see, but they cannot see. They say they hear, but they cannot hear. He said he's been saying that since the beginning of time, informing those that are the vessels of the Most High Yah, that you're going to be speaking to many that cannot see. Said they see, but they cannot see. Said they hear, but they cannot hear. And my little journey, I could salute that, because just being here and knowing that he is greater in me and he teaches me from that level, and from the teaching and from what I'm beholding from the natural level and seeing what is in the world on the earth, it's vouching for what he's saying in the spirit. So I cannot deny that he is not 100% all truth. He is 100% all righteous. Because even though he teach me from the inner man and he teach me from a level of the spirit, he is allowing me to see it in a clear view of what is actually before me, what is actually seen, to where you can get, say, 1 million people. Out of 1 million people, you subject to find one that can see, one that can hear. That's beautiful to me. Even though it comes with long suffering, being the only one that can see and the only one can hear. Because like he said, they say, Deborah, they see, but they cannot see. They say they hear. Deborah, they cannot hear. Only he himself knows what is out here, what people are portraying. Can't nobody out beat his will of what he has prophesied and what he has said. Not what man has said, What not what man has smeared, but what he has said in time past, all the way up into today. And I'm sitting here looking at what his past of yesterday was saying. I'm looking at what he prophesied today, and it's all matching. That's why I can't deny him. I won't deny him. He has proven to this little old hen that he is all that and some. Whether nobody else see him like I see him, whether nobody else hear him like I hear him, whether nobody else feel him like I feel him. Hey, Father, yeah, I salute you, Father. You all that and some. So when he was telling me in the shower this morning, he say, now when you give verses and you give scriptures, they cannot see, they cannot hear. That's why the respond is like a brick wall. It's like a brick wall. It matches what he say because they cannot see, Deborah. They cannot hear. So to me, it leads it up to not me and no one on the earth, but the will of the Father that was orchestrated before the foundation of the world. It leads it up to his hand. It leads it up to his hand and his hand on it. So it teaches people like me to know that you don't have to put so much emphasis on making sure you're teaching and you're giving them this and you're giving them that. Y'all said my T's was crossed before you were born, Deborah. My I's were dotted before you was born. My will was orchestrated before heaven and earth was created. So it's not when you stepped on the scene, it's been on the scene. So I like that too, because it's all of what he tells me. And I noticed that is a form of comforting me because of all the things he is suffering me to see and behold, like the words, it is finished. I understand fully what he is saying, even though we're still here and things are still going on. Understanding it is finished is from the spiritual realm of his will. Nothing is going, and the purpose of finishing, it is finished, is trying to make sure I understand that he is not coming here to turn the crooked straight, nor the straight crooked. He is not coming to make the right, the wrong right. He is not coming to make the dark light, you guys. You see, he is not coming to take the unrighteous and make them righteous, or the unjust to make them just. It is finished. What was invested in each and every last one of us before the foundation of the world, it is finished. So I enjoy the fact that he is so greater in me that he bring a form of comforting that is so needed for someone like me in this day and time. It is so needed to know that he all that and some, not from the outside of who I am, not from YouTube, Facebook, and all these other devil platforms, but who he is from the inside is how great he is. That's why I can say what I say about him and how he rumbled and how he conduct all things in the earth and in the heaven, because heaven had it all first. And when he was telling me that, he was saying that so when you're in those, you don't even have to bring a verse. And I'm like taking a shower. A verse? Wait a minute now. You don't have to bring a scripture. You don't have to bring a chapter. I said, all right now. I ain't lying. I said, all right now. Because why? Because I have already saluted the fact that it's vain and vexed. It's vain and vexed. It's worthless. That's how you can tell, I can tell where we're at. And that it is finished, because you're saying things that not one has preached over the pulpit. You know how many churches in one state? Do y'all know how many churches that are in one state? We know that they are the churches of the flesh. I know that. I have no doubt. But I'm just saying how many is built up in one state? Millions, in case y'all didn't know that. That's in each state. And you would never get them to tell you what I'm speaking to you about today. And this is why he was saying it's vain and vexed. It's nothing, Deborah, new under the sun. That means it ain't time for me to bring something new to somebody. Because even when you finish talking, they'll get A and B. The moment they don't get C, when they'll back away from the A and B and say, no, I don't believe that. I'm out of here. You know, so I know what the Most High y'all is saying to me in this water when I was taking a shower. I know exactly what he said. He said, because it's all vain and vax. Say something that they don't want embrace. Say something that they don't agree with. And they erase everything you've ever said. Everything they have ever heard you speak. They erase it all when you don't speak what they want you to speak and say it the way they want you to say it. But I just thank the Father for allowing me to be created in him and in him only, for his purpose, for his will, as his vessel. Not as the world wants to embrace this sister, but as the Father has already ordained, predestined, and foreknew me to be. Because it's really, I sit back and I watch that everything is on all these platforms is really based on if you saying things the way somebody wants you to say it and how they want you to say it and the way they believe it. With me, I can't get around anyone that I can't learn from. I don't want to know what I know. I want to know what you know that I don't know. So if Sister Deborah sit and tell y'all I listen to this server because this person is saying something I don't know and they know and I want to know, that's why I listen to that person. Even if I listen to it 5 or 10 minutes, it grips me to say, wait a minute, did you know this, Deborah? Do you know this? No, let me listen. I'm a good speaker, but I'm a really good hearer. And that is a gift in itself. Because he have taught me how to hear behind hearing. When a person can say something, they might not even know what they're saying, but I know what they're saying and behind what they're saying. You see what I'm saying? So I thank him even for that gift. These are gifts I didn't ask for. These are gifts that was given to me for the mission in which he has called and ordained and predestined me. And I still give him glory and honor for it. Because nobody on this earth in the flesh can give me that. Let me give you an example. This evening, I don't know what was going on today, y'all. It was a day of I was sleepy and drowsy and felt like I was tired. I was supposed to cut grass. I was supposed to do all kinds of things today. And I got up this morning. I did nothing. I couldn't believe it. I was prepared to do everything. And it just felt like I was just drained. And I sat on that couch. I fell asleep, woke up, got me something, watermelon. I went back to the couch, fell asleep again, all the way up into the evening. I'm serious. And then I said, let me run out here and do the line before tomorrow. And that's what I did. But I just felt like it was just it was a different feeling. And I'm going to bring something else out about a different feeling as well. But as I woke up in between that nap and throughout this sleep time that I was having, I heard a man say, and I'm going back to him. I don't know if he still remembers, but I'm going to search him again and I'm going to listen to what he's saying because he said something that was very powerful. And when he said it, and I listened to him for a few minutes and I realized, I said, but you know what? I'm so excited that he said it, but I knew that already. You all don't know what it feels like to know that somebody can speak truth and it does something really for you and to you because it's something you already knew. But to hear it, that's just how the vessels of the Most High Yah yearn to hear someone respond and communicate or touch base with what you already know. It's a good feeling. That's how Yah does me all the time. That's what I call climbing on top of me. Give me a little bit something else. You know I got this, but you give me a little something else. And he does that throughout the day. So I look at myself as something very, 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 very special. I don't have to be special to you. Matter of fact, I might not be anything or nobody to you, and it should be that way. I am somebody to he that's in the light, he that is in the body of Hamashiach. Because anytime the Creator himself ministered to my spirit, no, he don't minister to me through this YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and all these places. He don't minister to me through the book instructions and direction book. He ministered to me from the spirit realm. And when he does that, he bring things to me, and he talk to me from that level. I know that I know. If nobody know who I am or how special I am to the Father, it don't matter. I know. I feel that thing. So today I was going throughout the sleep, and I heard this man, and I was like, he went on and he called everybody out, and he went on to talk about, his whole topic was about polygamy. And he said something so powerful. Not only one thing, he said a lot of things powerful. And guess what? I never saw it like that. I never saw it the way he spoke it. And the first thing I said, well, Father, that's simple. That is so simple. I said, that's deep. It's so simple. And I'm gonna give you a little simple of what he said. And he's I don't know who he is, but all I know is that he's breaking down the teachings of everybody who's talking about polygamy and every issue that follows under the Hebrew Israelites and the Hebrews, or whoever they, whatever they want to call themselves. But he was wanting to, and you can tell he got it mastered, because when he said it so simple, I was like, but I knew that, but I knew it, but not like he broke it down. He made it so simple. So I'm looking at the fact that if he can pull up and I can hear him and he's so simple, that shows me, see, y'all got more than one ram in the bush. And if nobody can't receive him, you just go on, period. Because if I, the prophetess, come and you can't receive what I'm saying, and then somebody come and make it even simple than what I say, I'm like saying, what is this? So let me tell you what he said. This man went down and broke down how they talk about Solomon and all his wives. I'm going to get to Solomon. And then he talked about Jacob and his wives. Guess what he said, you guys? Guess what he said? That was so simple. He broke down the first wife to the wife getting her maid to lay down with him and have kids. He said this is what they are using as righteous will of the Father, meaning he was saying that they are using that to practice it today and to practice it yesterday in a way that they trying to make it righteous before Yah. And he said, it's trash. I was like, no, you don't sound like me. And I'm listening to this man. He said, now listen to how simple this is. He said, furthermore, let's go there. This man went to the verses and he started talking about how Jacob laid down with the first wife first. Okay. And she could conceive. But what he was saying is that wasn't even a legal marriage. He was tricked. So how is that his wife? He broke it down, y'all. He spoke it and broke it down. And then he went to the next one when she went and got her handmaid to have a baby. How is that a marriage? Because she had her to sleep with him. How is that a marriage that you can place today as a marriage? Just because Jacob is sleeping with all these women that's given to him by each one of these women, and he hadn't had a ceremony, a wedding ceremony at all, to say that he's married to none of them. Just think of that, y'all. Just think of that. He said now they was having babies back. He was having babies back. Their maids. That wasn't a marriage. How are we calling that wives? Or what he said, concubine? How bind? He said, how are we saying that wives? How do they become his wife? Because every woman he sleep with. That's not a ceremony of marriage in the eyes of Yah. He was tricked by drunken. When he was drunk to lay down with the first. Leah. He had no idea he was laying down with her. her own daddy tricked him. So how is that a marriage that Yah has joined together? How is that anything under righteous? Then she turns around and give her maid to him to lay down to have another child. How is that a marriage? How is that a wife? So while we're saying that Jacob got all these wives, he said that you all didn't even sit to even read it to see how he got these things that they say he has. Especially in this day when they calling them wives, as if they have had a ceremony, and that's not even the proper ceremony that what he was doing, Jacob was doing, to say that he had these wives. And when that man said, he just sounded so simple, and I said, I don't need to get the Bible to know that you're quoting what it said inside. But just the thought of the ideal of you didn't see the ceremony that says that have these babies. You know how they were talking about the husband, the man would have to give the father something for the daughter. All these women he was having babies for, their father didn't give him to them. You see what I'm saying? And you got to see, it makes so much sense. I was like, Father, that's so simple. How is it that it hasn't been spoken to people in that way to show you how simple it was? It was what he was doing is what is going on in this day and time. Men is a rolling stone going, what they said, Papa is a rolling stone. Their dad was a rolling stone, just going anywhere he wanted to and having babies. That's what was going on with Jacob. So he got to talking about Solomon, and he was saying, why we take Solomon with many wives when it took him from Yah? So what was righteous about it? He said that they go by Solomon and Jacob and Abraham, but what was righteous about Abraham going into Hagar? After he was told in the vision, it'll be Sarah to have his child. He disobeyed Yah. But yet it's righteous in Yah that he went into Hagar. That's the way the men are teaching today. He can take in many wives as he please. And they are becoming legally by spiritual wives in the eyes of Yah to them. No, it's not. And he was talking about, he was reading the verses, which I have read many a time, about how Yah kept telling Solomon, do not take on these wives because they're going to take him from him. So if he went on and took on the wives, what did they do? They took him from Yah. So why was that righteous? For why would our men think it's righteous today to have many wives because Solomon had? You see? What this man did is he got the breakdown. Sister Deborah just cut the cheese. I cut the cheese strictly to the spiritual realm. None of that trash is righteous. If it don't bring glory and honor and praise to my Father in the heaven, you cannot wrap that trash around him and make it righteous. You can make these people who are walking through the broad gate believe that trash because they're entitled. That's who they getting to believe that. Those that's walking in the broad gate, come on, go with us. We can have many wives. You sure can. You're going through the broad gate anyway. And you need to learn where the broad gate leads to the way. Since you're on this side thinking you're having the Wayne Dang Doodle time, you ain't checked out which gate you walking in. It's going to give you the opposite of what you think you have on earth today. So this man was just breaking it down. And I'm going to listen to the whole. It was 2 hours. I'm going to listen to the whole. I only listened to about 20 minutes of it. And it was really good. And I was saying, see, Father, he broke it down in such a simple way. Because that makes a lot of sense. Like I said, I cut the cheese, okay? I go straight to the spiritual realm. I will tell you in a minute, if polygamy, if it has no spiritual backbone in that bad boy, it is not of Yah. And it doesn't. So you can't take nothing like in polygamy and wrap it in wrapping paper called righteous. You can't take nothing about polygamy and wrap it in a wrapping paper called just. You can't take nothing about polygamy and wrap it in wrapping paper and call it upright before y'all. You can't do it. It cannot be done. So I cut to the cheese and just letting you know anything that's not spiritual and he get the glory and honor for it, or regarding it, that it leading to him getting the glory and honor, is trash. So this man break it down how it wasn't what even they were doing was it mounting up to anything righteous. Jacob was just sleeping around. Just like Adam, when as soon as Sarah gave him Hagar, he go into Hagar not thinking, well, okay, so what? He told me Sarah gonna have a child, and I'm gonna have next. I'm gonna go on give. Sarah gave her to me. I'm gonna go on give her. How is that a marriage? How does she become his wife? That's what they call her. Abraham had more than one wife. Solomon had more than one wife. Jacob had more than one wife. All in the unrighteous era. And y'all look at them and you say, well, okay, they the just men, they the righteous men of the Most High, they the seed of the Spirit. And if they can do it, we can do it. No, baby, you broke. All that they have that does not line up in the righteous will, they're going to find themselves in the lake of fire like everybody else. So you go on and think that you can follow Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob's fleshly desire to do rumble and be a rolling stone. You go right ahead, roll your stone, because you're going to roll your stone in the lake of fire. And that's where you're going to be. You see? So the way he broke it down, I was like, but you know what he did? He called all of them out, y'all. He called every man that's practiced and agree with polygamy. And he was calling out, he definitely called straightway. He was calling them all out. And I was like, oh, he knew all about all of them. I mean, he was calling them. He said, and other men would get along and agree with them, even though they don't agree with them. Meaning they don't agree with them in what they believe in anything else outside of polygamy. And that caused a lot of them to detach themselves to a belief, because others are believing in it and living by it. And they just assume that they can. And I think it's kind of sad, because what he was saying, when he was calling a lot of them out, a lot of them that I know, but he was calling them all out. But I'm here to tell you, I call them all out 100%. Let me say 99.9. Because if they don't practice it, they agree with them doing it. Oh, we can't prove that they can. It's not okay. We can't prove that it's wrong. It says they can do it when you are part of who they are. You see how 99.9 still fall under that category? Because you got some of them sitting here saying, well, I think polygamy is for certain men, they could no. This is why I tell you, they've been on this devil platform for too long. And I see that the Father is continuing to allow them to be on this devil platform and portray that they holier than thou to many, and teach you that this polygamy, not just the polygamy, but a whole lot of other things, is righteous. And when I'm just listening to this man speak, I felt so good about what he was saying, because it wasn't that he was saying just about polygamy. He was talking about other things, and he was just breaking it down in a way that, hey, it didn't even need to be broke down. He was speaking it. I said breaking it down. He was just speaking it. Just that simple. And it being speaking it that simple, I'm like saying, it's just that simple. That's how simple it is. You know? So everything is not for everybody. Okay? Everything is not for everybody. Okay? And like he said, it is finished. So let those who it is for, let them sail on the sea, and let life as they see it be about them. Okay, because he said it ain't gonna be no, okay, people getting right, people getting upright, people getting turning this way, people repenting, people turn. He said that's over, Deborah. That's over. Because 1 minute they'll repent today and they go right back into the same stage in the same mindset. That's why it's finished. I already know who's who and what's what. I've been known. And my will is at its end. So therefore, I'm not going to sit here and start it all over again to A, to wait till other people wake up or shake up or say, oh, I understand now. Oh, I get it. I learned now. I know better now. No. If it ain't in you, you ain't going to get it. Because like I say, even with me, I think about how you can sit here and give the pure word and they'll look at you like you cockeyed. Why are they looking at you like you cockeyed? Because they don't know a rat's behind of what you're talking about. But they be on here anyway. They have no idea that you speak in spirit and truth. They have no idea that you speak in the light. They have no idea that you speak in the pure, righteous word of Yah. They just going along. And the moment you say something they don't agree with, bam, that's not true. And I'm out of here. And I love it because only the serpent know how to slither in and slither out. So it works good for me. Because the serpent says, hey, I ain't gonna get my head crushed for nobody. So he know how to get them in and get them out. They keep them away from this page because I tell you all, like I've told you before, this page is not for you. And if I just have that one on here, I will be still yet content because I understand in the spirit realm of the word that the gate is narrow and that few shall find. And the only reason why the few is going to find is because Yah is in front of them, leading them the way to find the narrow gate. You see, that's only one way. A lot of us got a lot of ways we think we're going to get there and we're going to go here. I'm just to the point where I'm still waiting for the power punch of understanding how all the wickedness on the earth today amongst Judah, how are they going to make it? So my ideal is, oh, did you create them to be this wicked? And yet no, you're going to still deliver them? But how would that look if you brought two seeds down, one to be wicked and one to be evil? And the one that said to be the spiritual seed is doing the wicked things, like unto the seed of the wicked. I need to understand because I'm still here. It ain't that it's mandatory, but I would like, the Father know my heart. He knows exactly what I'm saying, to understand because I don't see any good in Judah. I don't see it. For him to be inherited anything, I don't see it. I can't talk too much about Israel, but Judah, and I can't see the outcome of the way that they are preaching and teaching on all these platforms. I can't see that. I see the opposite, and I'm trying to figure out why. Why is it that they're allowed to believe such a wicked and powerful way of thinking that no matter what we do, what we say, what we think, how we act, if we kill, if we steal, if we destroy, if we profane your name, if we disrespect you, if we dishonor you, we going still to the promised land, or we in there in eternal. In me, I cannot see that. I can't see it. And a matter of fact, I don't see it. I'm not just speaking of in me in the natural. I'm speaking of me in the spirit as well. I can't see that. And the reason why I probably can't see it is because it's not true. So that leads me back to being taught by that Ruach, what's what. Because I can't see it in the natural and I can't see it in the spirit. I can see what they're doing and how they're conducting themselves with a demonic, wicked, and darkness of evil, but I can't see them in the body of Hamashiach doing anything righteous. Because like I say, if I look at the ideal and I say, okay, if I'm on this devil platform and I'm the least of the least, okay, supported, the least of the least liked, the least of the least subscribed, which is beautiful still. It's still beautiful to me because what? he has to keep reminding me, Deborah, the gate is narrow. They don't know the way. So you got to understand, it's all right, baby. It's all right. The gate is narrow. They can't find the way that I don't lead them to, because I haven't ordained them to. So it's all right. So the reason why he had to keep saying it, because I'm still in the flesh, you guys. He in my spirit, but he still have to remind me over and over so that that flesh can be tamed, that it's still going to go the way of his will. And not the way that everybody wants to portray. It's so easy. Oh, I'm in there too. And I'm in there too. Oh, I'm in there too. I'm in here too. But they have no fruits of the spirit. They have nothing about them that's representing the Most High Yah outside of their mouth, of their flesh, proclaiming they in there. You see? So I'm like saying, are these people going to enter in without any works, anything outside of assuring themselves that I'm in there? And that's what I'm seeing on the earth and in the spirit realm. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing everybody saying that, hey, I'm there. I'm in there. I'm going to eternal. I'm going to the New Jerusalem. I'm in there. I know I'm in the body of Hamashiach. I know I'm in. Everybody in there. But the way that they are conducting themselves shows as if they the serpent seed 100. And I just can't seem to see really what Yah is doing. And he's doing something. I told you all a few days ago, and I experienced it today too. I kid you not, I experienced it. When I say experience it, it's a feeling that something has been released. I cannot explain what it is. I cannot tell you all what it is, but I believe, and I don't think the world, because the world can't release nothing that heaven don't let loose. I believe Yah has released something, and it's not for the good of the people. But I believe he has released something that's so heavy till my spirit is disturbed by the fact that something is released that my flesh can't get comfort in what that is that he released. And I felt it again today. And I'm like saying, wait a minute. But Father, I can feel that thing. And what I'm feeling is, I'm feeling it in the spirit and in the flesh. And the only problem I have, I'm battling, trying to understand what it is. What was that? Why this feeling here? Why I'm feeling this? Why? What was released? What could it be? And in me, that's what I'm saying. And I'm battling with that. Instead of just saying, wait on Yah. He will reveal in due time. Because he released something, Yah. And I ain't going to give Satan no glory, no credit. I ain't going to give his word no glory, no credit. Because I know can't nothing the earth receive until heaven has released. So I believe whatever it is, heaven has released an order. And it's not for the good, okay? It's not for the good. And the feeling is a total unusual feeling, you guys. It's not the norm. And that's, I think, what is bothering me more than anything. I'm trying to get him to give me the fullness of this unease feeling of what has been released. But he did tell me something was released. So when he said that, and because the feeling was so strange, I'm thinking, okay, it's been released. So Satan didn't release something, or the world didn't release something out here on the people's word. No, Deborah. Don't forget, heaven calls the shots for earth to do anything. He said it's coming from his kingdom. An order has been sent down from his kingdom. So I don't know what it is, but it's very uncomfortable. Not only is it uncomfortable in the flesh, it is uncomfortable in the spirit. Just think of it, because I don't know what it is. So it'll be his will that he lets me and inform me exactly what it is. And it'll be okay, because I already know that there's a lot of things got to be released. I already know it's a lot of things. We're going to have to be tried by fire. Did y'all know that? I know you didn't. You're going to be tried by fire. Like this situation with my uncle coming here. I'm being tried by the fire, and I'm getting fired up. Because after I get off of YouTube tonight, I got to call my aunt, and I got to go in. I got to go all the way in because of what took place. I'm being shown even more and more the plot, and how this individual person's personality is. It's not good. But then you're going to park him on me like my whole life has to take care of him with 9 different hardcore medical conditions. And you just pulled him, dropped him off less than 3 minutes and took off and left him here. And I'm like, wait a minute, what did I get into? You see? Sister Deborah going to bag that thing up, and she going to bag that thing down. And I'm going to let my aunt know that you don't want me to call my sister and tell her that you dropped your brother, which is my uncle, over to my house. Because if I tell one sister, she going to tell the others, and they going to cut up from the floor. They going to cut up from the floor. So I'm going to let her know. We're going to keep this between you and I. But we're going to get this thing right. They're going to have to find him a facility to stay in. Because what they did is, you knew, last night, me and her was on the phone till 4 o'clock a.m. She was telling me about all the things he do. And I'm like saying, did not I tell you that this man is like this? Why do you want a man to come stay with me and ain't took a bath in 20 years? Why would you do that? Why would you put him on me? He has a pacemaker. He has fair kidneys. You guys, a 5-stage. That means he don't use the bathroom. He don't urinate. He ain't urinated in years. Why? Because his kidney is gone. His functions of his kidney. So he has to go to the machine where they clean out his blood 3 times a week. But guess what came to me today? Came to me this morning. That's probably why I was drowsy and worn out. The thought of it is that he using the emergency hospital to clear him up every time he decide not to go get his treatment. You see, he's sitting around smoking. He's sitting around eating sugar and fast food and eating all kind of things with these 9 issues. You got a pacemaker or whatever that's called. And he has this thing that a machine he has to get on for his breathing because he smoked all his life and it messed up his lungs. So you're talking about a person having a heart, lung, no kidneys, okay? Has to be on the machine 3 times a week. Haven't took a bath in 20 years, okay? All these things, that's, yeah. It's way worse than that. High blood pressure. I mean, both legs swollen all the way down to the feet. I mean, if you all see, he cannot walk. Guess what else, y'all? He can't walk, nor can he hear. He can hear 10%, 90% he can't hear. He needs one of those things. He needs a hearing aid. So all of this, that means I got to find a way to communicate. It's just you drop this here and you plotted it. So the father say, when you go and you confront her, stop the chasing around. Stop going here, just go straight in. Why? He said, because I told you that she was doing something. And he did. Father told me. He told me. And only one that said something was my ex-husband. He said, but Deborah, you remember you said y'all had told you? I said, yeah, I know it. How did I just get into it? He told me that my aunt was doing something. I had no idea what she was doing, but he told me and I couldn't understand. Why is he bringing my aunt into this? I don't deal with her. I don't, I have no contact. These are distance people. Why is he bringing these people into my 16 years? With my uncle, I seen him probably 16 years once, and then probably after that, another 15 years. It ain't people that you live with, you guys. It's not people that you have around you. These are people just coming out of the woodwork. And my ex-husband said, because you remember you did that topic about don't bring people in your zone, Satan tried you. Satan tried you. And it wasn't so much as Satan, it was me being tried by the fire. Because I think where we're at today, either you're going to be about Yah or you're going to be about who you are. And now, from what I can see, most people want to be about them. You see, they want to say they're about y'all, but they are all about them. So I'm like saying here, saying that, okay, I got to, after I get off of here, I got to address her. And I got my list, y'all. I got my list. And I want to do it in decency and order. Because I want to let her know that I told her the other day that the father had told me she had a great deal to do with this. Now, you putting this man, she come texting me this morning. Oh, they saying he's doing so good. He's doing so fine. You see that? How is a man doing so good and so fine with all these medical conditions? Why? Because she thinks she still play, she got the game. Oh, you gonna let him continue to stay there? They said that I'm trying to get them to get him into rehab, and they said they might either do him rehab in a facility or rehab where they can come into the home. What is that saying? There go total strangers invading my privacy. All cost you brought a token in my house. He got all these grown children with all these grandbabies. They're going to want to come to the house. They're going to want to come when they want to. And then the kids going to be running all over the place, just like they are. And they hollering about how they tearing up the place that they in now. You're going to want to bring them here and make it okay because your daddy's here. You see? It's showing you what I was trying to speak to you all about in that message. Don't bring people into your zone because they're not coming in for the good. They're coming in for the worst. Don't y'all see all this killing in the family? This is what this is all about. The moment I tell his sons that y'all can't come here all time of night, well, they want to start shooting and getting mad because that's the problem they having in Texas. And that's the problem they running from. You see, daughter running from a guy that beat her to the pulse. She was just beaten so bad she didn't even have a face. You see? But then she running down here. You see what I'm saying? To this state from Texas. And then he got two sons that's up there that they don't have no self-control or no anything. You see? But see, you're going to bring him here and then all that hell come here to me. See? Y'all better be careful. But what I'm going to do, Sister Deborah going to bag that bad boy up and she going to land that thing down. And I'm going to do it tonight. And I'm going to let my aunt know I'm going to the hospital at 9 a.m. I'm giving a form to put in his file so his doctors can read it. He is not going to come here and live. I gave him a 30-day, y'all. I gave him a 30-day. It ain't going to be no longer than that. But what they can do is this. They can leave him here. And then I have to go to court to get him out. See, that's how cunning these people are. You see what I'm saying? And you putting me liable for it. And he got more. For you to be 75 years old and you got that type of game, then my auntie sitting here telling me what his man, Wilma said that they don't like to take him to the store and, put him in a wheelchair and take him to the store because he's still 75 years old. Now, see, well, why would you bring him to my house? You see what I'm saying? Sister Deborah going to back that thing up tonight. It's on. And in the morning, I'm going to be there to talk to his doctor in the morning. And I'm not going to reason with them. I'm going to tell them he needs to go to a facility. Because I believe when you have controlled your life up to 75%, you smoke when you have every 9 different every organ in your body is dying. And you have the audacity to be smoking. And your kids giving you cigarettes after cigarettes, package after package. You smoking 2 or 3 packages a day. Come on now, y'all. That don't even make any sense. You ain't took a bath in all these years. Who's giving you that type of power of control? Who's allowing you to do that? You think I'm going to let you come back here and disperse all of that? And now, the room that he's in, I got to get rid of the bed. I got to get rid of the chair, which I bought for me, which is a really nice. I bought it. It was used, but it was a really nice plush, comfortable, where you can cuddle up in it. You can crawl up in it. You can sleep in it. And it was just for me. That's the room I was in. I gave it to him. You see what I'm saying? And now I got to throw away the couch, the ornament that goes with it. I got to throw away the bed. I'm just showing you how all that is messed up. Because you all brought this here because they know the type of person I am. I know the type of person I am, but I ain't gonna let you take no advantage of me in that way. And they know I'm the only one that don't play with them. They know I'm non-tolerant and I ain't got no sense. They know that. But she finna find out a little bit more of what she already knew. Because this sister's on fire. I'm already ready. Because I'm telling y'all, this is a perfect example of a setup. You ain't gonna come stay in my house and bring that odor to that room because you don't want to take a bath. Why would I want you to come stay with me and you don't want to take a bath? But see, this is the key. He should be able to do it whatever he wanted if he's in that room. You ain't paid nothing for him to be in that room. You better shut your mouth. But that's how the mindset of Judith is. You won't let my daddy stay there and you got the room. And then they'll come over here and want to act a fool. But guess what? Only thing, want me to tell y'all what's going to stop them from acting a fool? They're going to realize who they acting a fool with. They already know. She don't play. You see? So they know, his kids don't know that. But where the mindset of the people are at today, they don't care who you are. You see what I'm saying? If they could do this to their own mama and their own daddy, they don't care who you are. They don't care who you are. And you thinking you're going to bring him into my zone, and then all of a sudden all of them end up coming over every time they visiting their daddy because they chasing every month. He get his little check. They chasing him down for his card. You see, this is how it's going to be if I allow it to continue. Sister Deborah going to cut up from the floor up tonight because I'm going to get that aunt that y'all showed me that set that mess up. I'm going to get her till tonight. She think we're going to have a long talk and it's going to be sweet. It ain't going to be sweet at all. Matter of fact, it's going to be bitter. It's finished, y'all. It ain't time to reason with people. I'm going to tell y'all something. Y'all going to think I'm crazy. And I'm going to tell you why the Father ain't going to let me do it. I said, okay, Father, I get food and I make trays, little plates and containers. And I make food and go out there and feed the homeless and give them fruit basket, water, and a meal. I go out and do that maybe 2 or 3 times a week. That's what I do. You know what he said? Deborah, it's over. It's finished. I said, but shouldn't we take care of the homeless and those that need? Deborah, you go out there, they mind. It's not even there. It's not there, Deborah. It's not the way you used to go out there. It's not like that. I said, so if I go out there, what? He said, these people will try to fight you, stab you, because the mind is not there. No matter what good you do, it's gone, Deborah. It's over. It's finished. So what he's trying to get me into a stage of embracing the fact that it's truly over. It's finished. Salute it. Because I sit there and say, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go out 3 days a week and I'm going to fix meals. I'm going to make fruit baskets. And the fruit baskets is like a Ziploc bag, a big storage bag. You put 2 bananas, 2 pears, 2 oranges, and 2 apples. And you just hand them out. You know what I'm saying? You get bottle of water, freeze them. Pull the bottle out of the freezer and take them with you. And they have been kind of thawed out. And they have a cold bottle of water. They have their fruit basket. And they'll have a meal that's in a container and sealed, you see. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll go on back out like I used to do. That's what I was thinking. Y'all said it ain't what you think it is out there, Deborah. It's not like that. And if you make it a habit, that 3rd day, they'll try to make a habit to take your life. But they don't understand that I got you in the palm of my hand, but I'm just showing you the good that you know that you have within, because you've always been like that. You always had that mindset. It won't work, baby. It's finished. It's over. And I'm like saying, Ooh, we, Father Yah. Well, he said, like he was saying, even on these platforms, you can get on here and be all the best you can be and teach what I give you, what I give you in visions and dreams, what I teach you. It don't matter. It's, but is it like on same way? It's no different. You don't know what you did. You don't understand. It's over, baby. It's finished. The ways in which you had all your life is not what it is today. You did that? Yes, I did. When I first moved to Georgia, that was a mission. I used to go out in the night, y'all, in the early morning, take meals and fruit baskets and drinks and all kind of thinking I'm doing something, y'all, to do something, and I ain't never had a problem. To one time, I was going in this vacant building, and it was like 10 o'clock at night. I had promised this man that I was going to buy him some boots, and hear my dumb tail out there at that time of night taking them boots and the food to him. And the Spirit spoke to me, Deborah, don't go in there. Go home and come back in the daytime. You see how stupid I was? And this man, he's mentally, he what you call your Judith scholar, not scholar in. He was so smart, y'all. He was one of our brothers that was the smart of the smart of the smart of Judah. But his mind was out on the streets, and he had been out there. And he said something about his mother died, and ever since then he couldn't deal with a lot of it, and he'd been out there all that time. And he did start trying to talk to me, and I'm starting to really trying to get to know him and realize how smart he was. And when we talked, we would talk about politics and news and the things that he was saying. He would break everything down to me of what's going on in each country, what's this, and that. And I'm like, and this man out on the streets. I said, how long you been out here? I think he said 10 years. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I started to take him home, but the father wouldn't let me. That's why I was saying you can get caught up in trying to help people, but you better make sure that you know the Most High Yah in his fullness, so he can speak to you and tell you, hope, no, that's the wrong. Can't do that. He the one told me get out of there, out the streets that night. My stupid tail finna go into a vacant building, calling that man, telling him, "Will you hear? I got your boots that I told you I was going to buy you. Here's your meal." Never heard him. And the father said, "Deborah, go, get out, go." And I had to take my crazy self home. He said, "You can go back in the morning." And when I went back in the morning, guess what? That man was there. See, why were you up there in that nighttime, Deborah? Police came up there one time. He said, this is another part of Georgia. He said, "Ma'am, are you okay?" I'm looking at him. Who you? He said, "You." "Me?" He said, "Yeah. Are you okay?" I'm like, why he asking me that? Because you got your stupid tail out in the streets at night talking about giving people fruit basket and all these people out here, and you don't know the state of mind they in. And it didn't even dawn on me. And the lady that I was talking to, a European lady, she had been out there for 20 years, and she was just ministering to me. And I'm sitting here listening to her, and he's sitting here asking me, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, so why is he asking me I'm okay? Because you too stupid. You don't know that you ain't got no business out here talking about giving somebody fruit basket. So that's why he was wondering why I was out there. He knew I wasn't supposed to be out there, and I knew I wasn't supposed to be out there. But when I'm out there, I don't have the mind to be fearful and caught up in, oh, they going to do this, they going to do that now, because I know who to call on. That I do know. And I also know how to take heat when he's talking to me in the spirit realm. Oh, he talking loud and clear. And if he have to get firm with it, like, hey, I'm going to know it. Or he don't play. Y'all don't play. So I even thought about doing that. I said, when I got the containers and I can just fix meals, I'm a what you call a I can cook for 3,000. I said that by myself. Okay, so I can wrap up for 3,000. So I'm just what I'm saying. I'm a large quantity cook. I can cook at large quantity. And I know how to wrap. I know how to fix it, keep temperature. I know how to nail it, you guys. And I said to myself, I said, you know what? Maybe I just need to start doing that. Maybe I should need to just start doing that. And the Father said, Deborah, it ain't like you used to. The mines out there, it's not the same, Deborah. It's finished. It's over. So I'm at the state of mind that, okay, really, it is really, it's over. It is finished. So I say unto you all out there that you have to be aware of individuals coming into your quiet zone, coming among you, being among you in your space. Yeah, you might look at them as your family members or your ex-husband or your ex-wife or your ex-boyfriend or your ex-girlfriend or your ex-best friend or your ex-coworker. You better watch yourself because they are not who you think they are today. And when you think that you got the heart of Yah and that you can allow them in and they're going to make a difference, or you're going to make a difference to them because you're going to minister to them, you're going to give them what you have learned, you're going to show them truth, you're going to show them how to live righteous, or you're going to show them the light. The Father said, Deborah, it is finished. That means it ain't going to take, it's not about trying to make sure you drilling and you giving them this and you giving them that, you giving them. He told me in the tub this morning, shower, he said it ain't about, it's over. It's not even about scriptures and chapters and reading and precepting and putting them together, throwing this here and throwing this there. You can do that, but it's over. It's over. And I didn't even feel bad him saying it like that, because I'm pretty much there, you guys. I know I'm there in the spirit, but in the flesh, I'm a little bit short, but I believe that it's over. So I can salute everything that he speaks to me in my spirit, because I'm living it on the earth. Like you're living and you seeing things, Sister Deborah is living it and seeing it, but I salute it based on the way the Ruach show it to me, not based on the way the world lied to me, but based on the way the Ruach revealed the things to me. That's how I see it. I don't see it based on what people talking about. They ain't talking about nothing, So that's I fully understand what he said is finished, because even with me, I even said I've been saying to him, it's finished. Won't you just end it all? Restore it all, Father, y'all. That's my mindset. Getting rid of it all. Me too. Cut it. Because I can salute what he's saying, even the things he's showing me and how it's not going to get better. It's not going to be like this, Deborah. It's not going to be like this. It ain't going to come together. It ain't going to unite. It ain't going to stop. It's going to get worse, baby. It's going to get worse. And matter of fact, I've shown you it already is. And I said, yeah, I could see it. And it's a different feel when you feel you can see it and you feel no one else can see it, because the response and the way people are living and conducting themselves and speaking and thinking, the way they speak of their thoughts, it doesn't line up with understanding where we in a critical time in this day. We in the dark time, y'all. It's real. So I say to you all, be careful when people that was once in your life come back, even your children, if they come back and say, okay, they want to come back in your life, and they went out the wrong way. I always told my kids this, y'all. And I told my kids this at a young age, all the way up until they were teenagers and young adults. Whenever you leave mama's house, leave it right. Leave it with us peace. Leave it the right way. Don't ever leave your mother's house or your father's house for the wrong reason. When you leave out in peace, so you can come back in peace. See, a lot of people don't know nothing about that. Even other generation, they don't know nothing about that. And I always told my kids that. I'm talking about 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I told them, never leave my house. This is how I told them. Never leave my house, my enemy. leave this house being my friend. And I don't mean like friend, like y'all know friend. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a way of peace. So if you're going to leave, no problem. But make sure you leave on the terms of peace and not my enemy. I've always told all my kids that. Don't depart from me being my enemy. Depart from me being my friend. Peace. Because this way you can always come back. This way you can always have a peace relationship with me. But you leave out my enemy, then you're no longer my friend. And you can't come back and think I'm going to receive you as you or something different outside of the way you left out is the way I'm going to see you to be. So whenever you leave out of your mother's house or your father's house, leave out my friend and not my enemy. I told him that. And I still stick to that. Still stick to it. I had to embrace the fact, and I'm still working on it. And yeah, you know what? I can truly say he is still working with me and in me and through me, teaching me. And I think that required me to always give him the glory and the praise for who he is, who he was, and who he's going to be. Because I think about to know the things that I know and the things that he has given me to know, I would have to be something special to him. He don't have no perspective person, but he have hands. And then from the beginning of your instruction book to the end, he lets you know, check, I got mine. You see? So even though he don't have, it says he don't have a perspective person, you're going to have to back that thing up and roll it out again. Because you got to understand what that means in the spirit realm. Because in him, the kingdom have a perspective person. Not in the flesh, but in the spirit. They lined up in the Lamb Book of Life. Those are perspective, perspective persons, peoples in the spirit realm that's listed in the Lamb Book of Life. So you have to understand that stuff in the spirit realm and not so much it's in the natural. I'm excited tonight because I'm going to sit back and I'm going to listen to that man that was teaching that lesson. But I first have to make sure once I get off alive, I have to commune with my aunt. Yeah, kind of touch base with her a little something. Let her get something, get ready to receive, and maybe she'll sleep well once I lay into her. But what else was I talking about? Oh, it is finished. It is finished. And when Sister Deborah said that is not to give you a warning or to give you a mindset of fear. Because when it's finished with Yah, it is finished. He don't have to give you fear. He don't have to give you no warning. That's him. He can do that. And just because he's telling me it's finished, and I just decided to tell you all it's finished, that don't mean he gonna back it up and back it down and make it right for you. No, he ain't gonna back it up and back it down and make it right for me. He said it's finished, and that's how I salute it. So I know times where he's saying that, Deborah, these things need be. Baby, it is finished. He just sometimes tell me that it's finished. So we're looking for a time period that we really want to hold on to, and that is the promised land. But we have to also understand that is finished too in Yah. That was finished before the foundation of the world. He knew that was assigned to his will already. So we are here until he move us from this positions we're in today. Who knows how he gonna do it and the way he's gonna do it, but only again when he gonna do it. So what must we do? We must believe in a way that don't give us any glory to believe. We must understand to embrace righteous in a way that righteous is not for us, it is for him, who he stands for. Faith, we must embrace it because it is who he is. He is faith. He is the fear of who he is we should have. And that's where the problem is at on the earth. Nobody fear this creator. Ooh-wee! It is finished. You can tell there's no fear because you can tell people things that is and was and that shall be. And it's like, man, so what? We're going to roll on our way. You see, they have no fear of what's to come. They had no fear of what was present, what is now, or what is to come. So what happens? When the things start to continue to go to the end where Yah has it assigned, then people are going to start having that fleshly fear. And they're going to start feeling the fear in a way they have never felt it, because they're going to see that no matter what you feel it in your flesh, your spirit ain't going to be able to call on Yah. He's going to say, can you feel it now? You don't fear me, but can you feel that fear? What you fearing? What's going on? Why are you fearful? What's the fear? What's the deal? You don't fear my fear, but you thinking that, hey, I'm not entitled for you to fear me. But hey, tell you what, just hold on a little while longer. There's fear on the land today. And just because you don't see it don't mean nothing. You're just waiting for it to come to your door, because it's coming. He said we're going to be tried by the fire. That means we're going to be tried by what we stand today and say we are. While we trying to say we holy than thou, we all upright and just. We got the spirit. We got the light. We got spirit and truth. We going to the New Jerusalem. Well, wait a minute. Hold up. You're going to be some tried by some fire first. That's why I think he loosed something. And it's an uncomfortable feeling. And if he done loosed it for the prophet to see it, then wait a minute. I'm telling y'all something that didn't hit the earth. And it ain't no play. But the only time you going to understand it until you feel it. Until it's right there before you in your lap, in your eyesight, and in your lap, in your body, where you can feel that thing. And then you say, what's going on? The world is doing this. They do what's going on? Oh, I didn't know it. Then you're all in shock. But if you had the fear of Yah already in you, you don't need to be fearing what the world can bring on you, because the greatest fear is in you. So the fear of the world can't do nothing with you. But you're going to see who you are. You're going to be tried by that fire. See if you got the fear of Yah in you. See if you got the faith of Yah in you. See if you got the belief of Yah in you. See if you got the righteous of Yah in you. See if you the seed of the spirit. Because you're going to be tried by that fire to really see really who you are. We ain't getting away with nothing. We just think we are. We just, not only do we think we are, we feel that, all this is just, it's a game. We're going to wake up, y'all, and it's going to be all over as soon as we get to the promised land. Some people don't even know. You know what? I'm even to the point where if it's anything different than what I have received from you, Father, search me, Yah. Search me, Yah, and give me that which is only the standards of who you are and what you're about to do and what you have said. I take heed to the ruach that's in me. I am an ear that hears when the spirit of Yah is speaking unto me. I take heed to it. And it ain't got nothing to do with me. It's got to do with him. I really trust that he's gonna continue to do that. I don't think he's gonna just say, okay, Deborah, right now I'm no longer going to talk to you from the spirit realm. I'm no longer going to teach you this or tell you this or warn you this. Baby, I'm going in with the bang. I'm going out with the bang. I'm not going to be one of them that's going to have it easy and go out, all okay, it's over. No, seen too much. He revealed too much for me to be where I'm at today. Yeah, it's a sad thing. It's a sad thing. Mhm. Okay, let me see here. Someone says it sound like they uncle. Oh, your uncle is in a facility. Now this is where this uncle needs to be. Only thing I hate about the facility, yeah, I do. Don't get me wrong. I hate the facilities because they don't take care of the people. But this is the thing: if they did me right, and even if they don't do me right, I would be the one that would go and check on him 2 times a week, take him things that he might need. You know what I'm saying? If and that's what I would do if he had to go to a facility. You see what I'm saying? It's not like he's a close uncle or a right here uncle, or you know what I'm saying? He's so distant, but yet no, I still would be the one that see to it that I show up. Oh yes, yes. And guess what? My ex-husband came over and saw it. He said, "You're gonna have to throw that away." I said, "I know it. Don't tell me." He saw it on it because I got the sheet, beautiful sheet, and it's maroon. And you can see where he laid on the sheet, and you can see all that dry stuff fall that fell out. And when my ex-husband saw it, he was like, "You're gonna have to throw all that away." I said, "No, I know that." He said, "That's a lie." I said, "I know it. If you ain't took a bath in 20 years, I guess you would do this too." Yeah, they would take that little check. Uh-huh. Yeah. And they can take it. And I try to visit him twice a week. Mm. Yeah, you're right. It's been finished. You're right. No, she ain't gonna sleep well at all. Not at all. Playtime is over. Get ready and get ready. Yeah. But yeah. Anybody have any questions, or anybody have any answers for us? And if you have something you can share and you want to share and get others' opinion, or you got a question and you would like to hear what we can say as far as an answer, anybody, you got a few more minutes. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah. Oh, my aunt had called, not called, yesterday evening, and she said, "I'm going down to Social Security Monday and try to get him." How you going down to Social Security and he ain't got no ID, he ain't got no paperwork, he ain't got nothing. But you gonna go down there and to Social Security? They ain't gonna let you do that. And even if they did, let me tell y'all. Listen to this, y'all. She say, "And I just was wondering if it was okay with you if I go down there and try to get something done to have them to put his check in your name." No, Why I need his check? So his kids can start acting a fool. They so used to getting it. You see what I'm saying? Do you think that this is about a check? All this I done told you that you put on me, you think it's about me getting a check? This man need a caretaker. He needs to be in an environment where he's taken care of. And I am not a caretaker. It's enough that I'm sitting here watching my whole little summer vanish, sitting in the house. So you were just going to put somebody on me for the rest of my life or the rest of his life to serve him? No. And he has none whatsoever integrity. None. Yeah, they can keep that. That peace ain't nothing like a peace today. I'm telling you guys, nothing like peace. And I was telling her, you ain't gonna go down there and tell them to put my name in no check. And I knew she was just running her mouth because you can't do it like that no way. But I tell you, because it ain't no about no check. And I'm gonna get the doctors then and put him in a facility. But the lady said that they might just give him physical therapy at the house that he's at instead of putting him in a facility. No, you ain't. You think I'm crazy. You ain't telling them people to put him in a facility. You trying to get him a physical therapy. Who give him the 75-year-old physical therapies with 9 major organ failure? Well, come on now. What could you give him? A bath? You can give him a bath. And that ain't gonna get him to stay because he too rooted in not taking no bath. He gonna curse you out and get mad at you and hate you because he had to take a bath. I'm telling y'all, that's how it is. You take a homeless off the street and put him in a tub, he gonna kill you when he get out. Because their mindset is not geared to, wait a minute, I ain't took a bath in 20 years. I need to get in the bathtub. No, they become enemies and vicious. You gonna think cost his little check. His kids right now spent this month check already. So they got it already. And he's, listen to this, y'all. He's in St. Louis, right? They're charging his check, his card at restaurants, fast food places. What's that thing that drop food to your house? Groceries and everything. Because they got his card in their system. And the daughter who just moved here a month ago, she's hooping and hollering, said, auntie, because they think I'm their auntie, but I'm really just their cousin. Auntie, that they're using his card and they just using it all up when that's what he let them do. That's their daddy. Their daddy loved that because that's the type of person he is. That's the type of person he is. No integrity, no morals. Who sits up in a chair the rest of their life sleeping? Who does that? Oh, they ain't trying me. They gonna find out because I'm the one in the family nobody mess with. So I'm gonna put it like that. They know I don't play. They know I don't play. And I step into any one of them. I don't care who you are. And they know that. Even my mama. When wrong is wrong, hey, don't be doing people wrong. And think that you're gonna come and ask me about it. I'm going to shut you up and shut you down. But what I was realizing that the auntie had taken these 2 days and ain't said nothing to the point of saying that he need to be in a facility and all these medical conditions he have. And y'all, guess what came to me this morning? It says that he's been using the system. I said, I knew that, but I didn't know how. Okay, he won't go to get his treatments because he think he run it. He in control. So what he does is when it gets so bad where his body's hating, hurting, he wants to go to the emergency like he did here. Got here, was here a day, and now he want to go to emergency because he didn't go get his blood thing. What is it? Diagnosis, not dialogy, whatever it's called. You know what I'm talking about. But he didn't go there, and now the doctor said, "Why would you come here on a train and haven't had your treatment? How did you do that?" And I told him, "Sir." He looked at me. I said, "Sir, I ain't seen this man in years." And they parked him to my house and left within 2 or 3 minutes. Now, it had been about 5 minutes. And he said, "Well, ma'am, they took advantage of you then. They put you in a bad situation." I know they did. And then they sitting around trying to make it look like my aunt, trying to make it look like she the one set it up. That, oh, ain't nothing wrong with him. Okay. She don't want me to call my little sister because she know that they would. I don't deal with her either, but I would call and tell my sister that, hey, Ruby and them, they got me. They put me in a bind here, and they dropped Johnny here. Oh, they were cut up. They were cut up. Said, but you know that's how they do. They families. That's how they do things. They use people. And I'm like saying, well, wait a minute, hold up. She said he needed a room to rent out for a month. She said a month or two. But you didn't say he needed health care, transportation. I have to cook every day for him. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner because he can't walk. He can't hear. You know what I'm saying? Just saying he needed room and board. Baby, this beyond room and board. Oh, yes. They thought that I was going to shut up and just take care of them. To filter the blood out, right? The kidneys. Because his kidneys don't work. Yeah, they don't work. When you have kidney failure and you have to go, some people go once a week, some people go twice. And it's a level 1 to 5. The emergency doctor explained to me his level is 5. So that's why he haven't urinated in years, because that's why he has to make sure he go there. That's why they tell him he can't have soda, orange juice, and stuff like that. But guess what he said he wanted when he got to my house? Yeah, I like to have a Sprite. And I went and got it, y'all, not even knowing. You see? Get to the hospital to find out that he's not supposed to have soda, no orange juice. And I've been giving him soda and orange juice. Not knowing that he had kidney failure, y'all. I didn't know. And I speak this here to also inform you all that the days are coming where you might say, when Sister Deborah telling us this here, but what is it going to benefit us, or what is it? Because it's me today, you tomorrow. That's what people don't understand. People think when people like me are on here, it's on here to clown and for play, because people who have been on here for years, they've been teaching people everything about the world, what's going on here, what president this and this and this, politics, and what the world. But they haven't told the people spirit and truth. And the truth of the matter is, it's me today, you tomorrow. That means there are going to be some of you all going to be in a situation not like mine, but going to have people coming in wanting your space again, wanting your trust in them, wanting your care, your love of them. They're going to want your time, your space, your energy. And they're coming to still kill your peace, your joy, and what little happiness you have. They ain't coming to play. And they come in all kind of shape, forms, and fashion. Family, friends, neighbors, co-workers. I mean, everything. Ex. Yep. Always keep in mind, and I'm gonna tell you something. I'm glad you said that about dividing it in twos, because everything in life, if you can divide things in twos, it'll get you out of a whole bunch of trouble. If you can just divide it in twos, because what you're doing is you taking the natural and the spirit in a sense. You're taking the unrighteous and the righteous in a sense, and you're seeing it in the twos, and you're taking the choice that fits the need. You see what I'm saying? And you're doing it out of the twos. Don't think everything is set up in the ones, baby. No, don't believe that. It's set up by twos. And that's how heaven orchestrated everything on the earth. And I'm gonna tell you one thing, reason why you know. It's because he had two sets. One goes over here for eternal, and one go to the lake of fire. Ain't no middleman. It ain't no, you see what I'm saying? So he put them in what? Twos. He put it in twos. And that's the kingdom. And he brought it down on the earth. Oh, yes. And like I said, I don't know what it is, but hey, the feeling and don't feel good, y'all. It don't feel good. And I wish I had a way to explain to you all what I'm saying, because even as I'm saying it to you, I still kind of feel like, hey, I'm lost in what is actually going on here. I ain't gonna lie about it. I feel lost in the whole ideal of why I'm having this feeling, and why is it that something been released, and what's going on, what's going on, because he haven't given me the fullness. But whatever it is, it's not going to be for the good. It is not going to be for the good. Oh, yes, it's very helpful. Yeah. I really want to know what it is, though. I really do. I ain't one to, I got the patience. I got the patience in the spirit realm for the Most High, y'all. But I sure know that, hey, mm-mm, mm-mm. I sure like to know. But in time, it's gonna be right there to show me. And when it does, it's gonna say that's what the feeling was, Deborah, all the time. I'm gonna like, what? I'm gonna be shocked. No, I'm not gonna be shocked. That's what he does. Yah is real good with preparation. He's real good with informing you and letting you know ahead of time, or giving you the warning. It's just about us having flesh. Flesh don't want you to take heed to the warning or the signs. And but Yah is excellent at it. When I'm a living witness to it. You see, he would give you the warning, and he would give you something to know that something is before you, like he did with my aunt. It was like something she's doing. He was saying that to me. She's doing something. Be careful. She's doing something. She was working a plan. See, he didn't give me the fullness because he needs me to go all the way through this. He needs me to follow it all the way through, because there's something in it I got to handle. You see what I'm saying? And it's not just for my uncle or my aunt. It's for my name's sake. It's for my sake, not their sake. It's for my sake. It's who Yah is watching after. You see? It's for my sake. I'm supposed to get something out of this. And it's for my sake do he do this. And he allowed this to come upon me for me to learn something out of it. And so I have to know that in spite of what I'm going through, it's a tunnel at the end of it with the light to reveal what it's all about and what it was all about, and to test me with questions of how and what have I learned. Such great notice, short notice, but it's all in the will of the Father. Oh, the match being tossed in yeah, in the forest. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And another thing about it, I haven't gotten back into Revelation or trying to read anything in Revelation to trying to pull up, because we know a lot of things going to be released that has been said they're going to be released in Revelation in this day. But the thing about it is, I believe that a lot of things have already taken place, It's just that where we're at in our mental state of mind, we think we in peace on earth. We think we are in that joy and that peace that passes all understanding. We think we in glory already. I really believe that. We as people really think we are in the glory already and don't even understand we're a long ways from it. Okay? We really think we in the glory. And that's gonna be in Mount Zion. But I'm just saying that's our mindset. We think, because it ain't us. We see everything happen to everybody else, and we saying, well, that ain't us. When it's happening to them, it ain't. But you got to feel that thing to know that it's not going to happen to you. It's not for you. But he wants us to feel it, because we have to feel the prophecies. We have to feel the difference in who's ruling this thing, who's in control. But when we don't feel anything and we don't see it happening and see what Yah's right hand is doing and see how Yah is orchestrating, we don't see nothing. So we can't feel nothing. We don't see nothing. We just assume, oh, it's all well. Oh, no, you're right. We are in no peace. You know that too. And what little peace we do have, we better try to hold on to it and not let people come into our zone to erase that little peace we got. But you sure right. We are in no peace. But a lot of people thinking because they got they got this and they out here, they doing this, they got this peace. You all, have y'all heard, I heard a couple of people speaking on it. They sent out a tape about the man that had beat his son. And I cannot explain to you all how the Europeans is going to use him as an example. Not them, not their people, but they're going to use this man as an example to this country. All these things, these cases, they're going to use this case alone. They went and talked to his children. And his children said they beat them and they do this to them and they do this to them. They hit them in the mouth and they do all of this. And one thing I can truly say, that this is a prime example of how you can be in a cult and the cult leader is showing no support to what is actually happening to you. But that individual would think, oh, well, I'm keeping quiet because the attorney said you're keeping quiet because you wasn't about nothing, no way. But they went in and they started talking. They shouldn't have did that. I don't know what law allowed them to do that. I don't know what law. And if that individual don't have the proper attorney to tell them that they broke all kind of protocols. I think you broke a lot of protocols going in there talking to them people's kids without their permission. I don't care what nobody say. You do not go into somebody's house and talk to all their kids against or regarding you against your permission. I ain't never seen no law did that. I don't care what one of y'all say. I ain't never seen no law done that way. Only thing I can see is that's a crooked law, and that's something that the attorney gonna have to fight with, because they went in there and they talked to all of his other children and they told them that they get spankings with belts and they get hit in the mouth and so on and so on. And it was him. The son was tampering with other kids, so that's why the son got a beat down. And another thing they said, they got on a phone call, him telling another individual, his brother, that he had to beat him down like a man. Who in the world gave you permission to to record my conversation and put it in the world? And instead of when you know how you have a trial, it seems like the evidence should be given to the trial, and after the trial is over, then we hear the tapes. They giving y'all all the information on this man ahead of time. Social service does that when that's what they did. But to me, it seems like a lot of laws been broke. I mean, me myself, I don't know. To me, it's a lot of laws has been broken. I think that has to do a lot with this. And this is a part of everybody is in tune with trying to bring Straightway down. I'm talking about the Judith, but they don't understand that this man and this woman is going to pay the penalty for Straightway being Straightway. And yes, they did. He did have to beat the son down, but he also held a conversation. They said they heard a tape. They got a tape with him telling another man, which was his brother, that he had to beat his son down like a man. Why would the nationwide world hear that before the trial? You see what I'm saying? I think they broke a lot of protocol. They broke a lot of laws, a whole lot. But I think this country is using them as an example. And this is where I explain to you all, and then you wonder why I always talking about black men. They don't have what you call balls. They don't have none at all, because they set each other up and they let the Europeans hang them by their balls all the time. They don't understand that when the European is coming after, they don't need you to help them take out your brother. But that shows you what the mind of Judith. So the man, to me, when you do wrong, you do wrong. Now, these are people out here, these brothers out here killing their wives and their children, and they are not getting this much media. That's what I'm trying to say to you all. It's off the chain what they're doing, but what they're doing is setting Judith up. And Judith running around thinking, oh, he did that to his son, and but baby, it's all about you. It ain't just him they setting up. It's another, what they call nigger. The system gonna hang on behalf of you being what they call niggers. You see? See, they don't understand that. Him today, you tomorrow, bro. See, people don't get that. They just don't get it. It don't mean, oh, he today because he did something wrong. No, it's he today, but you tomorrow. And the same level of the way they measure you, Judith, is not the way they measure their own. All these killings that's going on, and you all got on the media, got these people in there looking like they didn't killed 1 million people. That's a sad sight to see. The way they orchestrating it, and they making sure they get enough to hang them. And they doing it, and they own Judith is helping them. Judith has helped them 100% bring down this situation so they can put it on nationwide television. I ain't never seen such a weak case put all over the meter like it is. It's off the chain. And I look back at it and I said, Father, boy, we are in that day, ain't we? I said, yes, yes, yes. And I said, and Judith can't see it even coming, because it's him today, but you tomorrow, bro. You ain't getting that out of the way with nothing. They just setting you up, showing the world who Judith is. Well, and that's what they did. Oh, wow. Okay. Yep. That's a sad thing, but it is what it is, you know. Like I said, we are people that we only want to stand on what we want to stand on. We don't want to and if it take us to kill Judah and murder Judah and destroy Judah and ruin Judah, oh, Judah is all for it. Oh, they all for it. But let them, they won't do it to nobody else, but they'll tear down their own nation. That's why I don't believe that their nation is growing. I think their nation is deleted. I think they're being deleted. Why you run around here talking about the Europeans ain't having children? Baby, what difference does it make? You killing yours. So you killing yours by great numbers. That's why they put the gun in your community. They knew you would use it on each other. Europeans taking theirs and hiding their guns for later. And you taking your guns, killing your tribe. Sad. and no leadership, none whatsoever. I mean, no guidance, nobody to step in and speak on behalf of Judith. And then you got all these here nappy-headed men and women on these devil platforms, been on here for so long. Soon as the Europeans say, "Oh, they the people," they hooping and hollering. Oh, they said we the people. They said we the people. And I think that's a sick demonic mind to think every time you hear a white person say that we are the people, you feel compelled that it's such a wonderful video to make that they say we the people. Stupid. That just shows you they can't be justified, clarified, or identified unless the European is letting them know. Oh, well, y'all the people. Oh, we are. Oh, yeah. Let me make a video. We the people. They said it. Stupid. When I heard that man saying that, I was like, I'm so glad he said it, because I said the same thing. It is all he was talking about, how people posting it every time a white person said we the people. They went posting and making all these videos talking about they said we are the people. And they do. It is sad. It is so sad. It is so sad how they can get glory because they say we the people. Ain't that crazy? Oh, let me magnify them. They say they know we the people. They say we the people. See, they say. But what have they changed about treating and how they treat you? What are they doing to make a difference in how they treat you? Nothing, in spite of what they said. Oh, wow. Okay. And then all these other kids are losing their lives in the home, and they won't even go in there. And I don't know. It's a system. It's a system, y'all. It's a system. The social service is a part of a system. Anybody have any questions or any answers? Or if not, Sister Deborah is going to pull out of this topic. It is finished. And I do appreciate each and every last one of you all in the live chat. Appreciate you. Thank the Most High Yah for you. And I guess I will be back. And like I said, I appreciate each and every last one of you all tuning in. And I will be back. Shalom and shalom. Praise the Most High Yah. Yes.